Another key preparatory step a municipality can do is to develop a climate change adaptation plan. Climate change adaptation refers to responding to climate change by reducing the negative effects of the anticipated impacts of climate change. A municipal climate change adaptation plan will therefore include a list of activities that will reduce a municipality's vulnerability to climate change impacts. The following are steps that municipalities follow when they are planning to respond to impacts of climate change. Step 1 is developing a hazard assessment. Step 2 is doing a risk and vulnerability assessment. Step 3 is putting together a climate change adaptation action plan. Step 1, developing a hazard assessment. This step includes understanding what the current climate hazards in your municipality are and how these will impact your municipality. Examples of climate change hazards include heavy rainfall, flooding, heat waves, and droughts. What's useful about a hazard assessment is that it serves as a baseline to plan for how to respond to climate change. Step 2, developing a risk and vulnerability assessment. After building a hazard assessment where you identify climate change hazards that your municipality is experiencing or is likely to experience, the next step is to develop a risk and vulnerability assessment. In this step, we are trying to provide a detailed overview of which sectors and communities will be affected by the identified climate change hazards. Here, we basically assess how sensitive the municipality is to the impacts of climate change and what the adaptive capacity is. This step also includes investigating if there are proper systems in place within the municipality to assist with responding to the impacts of climate change. Step 3, developing a climate change adaptation action plan. In this step, we are trying to develop a list of activities that will assist with reducing the identified key vulnerabilities to climate change. The action plans could be sector-specific, or it could be an action plan that would help with reducing impacts of climate change across various sectors. It is also important that the action plans include co-benefits that would make a strong case for climate action as well as serve as a tool to leverage climate finance. An example of a climate change adaptation activity is the creation of green spaces, particularly in cities and town centers, to help with reducing the urban heat island effect. There are a range of resources available at the local government climate change support program website to help you with municipal climate change adaptation planning.